Hey all, the anniversary is so close at this point. It's 5 days to the actual anniversary from the time I'm recording this, and 7 days, a week, until these guys drop. Their banners drop 2 days after it starts. And I thought I'd go over everything that included on JP. Bear in mind that it is kind of subject to change a little bit on global, but it probably won't change majorly. I'm only going to be going over part 1 today, because obviously part 2, 3, they come way later on. Actually, I'll go over the dragon stones just really quickly. In the leader we get a total of 18 stones, which is excluding returning players. Then you get to the part 1 total is 441, so immediately that is... well, that's quite a bit over 3 rotations, because you got the discounts and then you got 150 stones on top of that, and then you'll be left over with 61 stones if you grind up every single thing from this, assuming that there isn't any more or less, which I think there could be a few more maybe, although it could be a few less from the top grossing. Right, let's go on to part 1, everything that part 1 actually includes. I believe these tickets here, I'm pretty sure they come out later on. I'm not sure if they actually come out in part 1, but these tickets definitely do. These are the guaranteed LR banner tickets. They won't be available to use straight away. They're literally right at the end of the anniversary. The last few that we need will be released in part 3 of the anniversary. These, however, we've actually already been getting. We got them in the lead up to the 6th anniversary campaign, and these are for a banner with... Actually, it has really good featured units. If I can click on that. Okay. Okay, so I can't actually link to that banner. However, what this does is there are LRs on the banner. I believe Turles should be on there now, because I think before Turles wasn't, but because Super 17 now released before the anniversary on global, Turles actually might be on there. Same thing, actually, Turles and Super 17, unless there was anyone that's released before Super 17, and I'm just having a brain fart moment. But yeah, in theory, we might actually have Turles and Super 17 on the banner, because they weren't, obviously Super 17 wasn't, and Turles wasn't, but they, not only a Super 17 release before the anniversary, but also LR Tapion, so we might be seeing a couple of LRs that were previously not on the banner actually be on the banner. And as for featured units, there's AGL Krillin, and on top of that there's STR Whis, which I don't have, Intifados I don't have, so that's incredibly useful for me. There is a 6th anniversary movie, and I'm not going to be playing it, A because it's unlisted, and B because it's better to just wait and see what it looks like. Here's the login bonus. We get this UI Goku, and that guy can actually be used to super attack level up your Master Ultra Instinct Goku, because if you look, it's surprising even the gods, Goku Ultra Instinct, and that name is the same as Master Ultra Instinct Goku, so you can use that to grind super attack. There will also be missions, which I can actually look at afterwards. I think I will. Then there's this co-op campaign, and here's all the rewards for it. Only a couple of dragon stones, a couple of sleepy cards are useful, training items useful. I've actually ran out of Elder Kai medals, so they're useful for me. And then these are free Grand Kais. And then I think these are like the joint missions, where these actually do give out a fairly decent amount of dragon stones. I say fairly decent, there's 8 there in total by the looks of things. And there's also keys here in team ranking. Okay, I don't really understand this myself, but from what I heard, it looks as though you need to clear a certain event, and then you can pick a team, and then in that team, how you rank gets you certain rewards, and within that team, how you rank with your friends actually nets you these certain rewards as well. Obviously, go for the top spot, and going for the top spot will then push your actual team further. It's kind of pushing each other to push the whole team forward. That's kind of the whole purpose of Dragon Ball. And there we've finally got the actual banners. Now let me just go on to these banners real quick. Here's the Ultra Instinct Goku banner, and here are the units on it. There's the big boy himself, Ultra Instinct Goku. There's the new Tech Gohan, who awakens into Gohan and Piccolo. Piccolo's still really good. Gohan's still a defensive beast. Super Saiyan 4 Goku's still fairly good, and also helped by the same name update, because I'd say he's outclassed by the Easy A. Still a very good attacker. He's really good beside STR Whis. He's alright. He gets an Easy A, so he'll be really good. He's not exactly the greatest, but overall I'd call it a very, very, very good banner. Now let's have a look at the Blue Evolution Vegeta as well. And oh yeah, those tickets that I mentioned before that you're going to be getting later on, they can also be used for a 5x multi-summon, so that won't be GSSR, but it's still the same chance to get the featured units. Obviously the two new ones, Blue Evolution Vegeta, and that's going to awaken into a Gohan and Golden Frieza. STR Vegeta is still really good. Incell's alright, definitely helped by the same name update, and the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta's in the same boat as the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Kefla's still fairly good, but she is a bit outdated. Hit's not the best, but he's fairly decent for Super Battle Road. It's still decent, it's still alright. Still, actually, I won my Battle of Wits Legendary GT Goku event without Super Vegito, but I had MVP 17 on my team, so he's still fairly good. And his kit, he has a lot in his kit. He has damage reduction, he has defensive support for the whole rotation, he has key support. He's just overall very well aged in my opinion. And then obviously you have the new Dokkan events, and you have this 66 special. Oh, here's the banner that I was talking about, but let's go over the guaranteed LR summon first. It will be 250 stones, which is actually really good for a guaranteed LR, because you could go easily like 500 without one. These are the featured units, which I think are pretty darn good. I mean, Zangief's a good pair for Bojack. Nova's still fairly good. Tien's really good for Super Battle Road. I won Legendary GT Goku event Power Absorption without Bootangs with this guy on my team, so he's still fairly good. Really good for Super Battle Road, really good for Super Battle Road. Still fairly good, still good, still good. Really good for Legendary GT Goku event Created Mind and Body. He's also... no, I don't think he's on Battle of Wits. He's fairly niche, same here, definitely. So getting down here, he's not that good, they're not that good, he's okay, and then these two are literal gods. Especially when you pair Nail with another Piccolo, he just becomes amazing. And as far as the LRs go, obviously it is guaranteed, but there is a chance to get other LRs in it, and a fairly big chance at that. And STR Turles is on here. I believe that Super 17 could also be added to the roster now that... actually, was he the last one? Oh, was he the last one to release before the anniversary? Because now I can't remember. But if he was, then... we can definitely expect Super 17 to return on this, I think. But Turles is a bit of a... Tapion is a bit of a pipe dream, because Tapion is literally on Global at the minute, so I don't think they'd put him on here so soon. But if they do, that's just another W, because Tapion's still really good. Let me just kind of rank these. Good, coming up on an easy A, okay, alright, coming up on an easy A, super good, getting an easy A during the anniversary, also coming up on an easy A, still really good damage, probably coming up on an easy A quite soon, still really good, still heavily underrated, easy A, fairly good, really good actually, really good alongside STR Bojack, actual god, relatively alright, actual god, pretty good, easy aid, really good, helped up with the same name up, the link level update, and also the same name update, coming up on an easy A, alright, that didn't age the best, neither did they, but they're still really good. And also he was majorly helped out by a Link level update. He's also fairly good on his own, but Link's is definitely what you want to get with him. Overall, it's a pretty darn good selection of LRs. Obviously there's going to be like the one person who pulls Mighty Mask, but now that they're getting easy A's, it's not like a complete L. Pulling anything on this banner really, especially if you don't already have it. Like the only ones I have on this banner are him, no, I don't actually have him. Him. I actually have about half of them. I have him as well, maybe a little under half, but I believe this selection here is the exact same. This is the ticket banner that I was talking about. We've already got a ton of these, like 66 before the countdown login bonus. Here's the featured pool. It's like really friggin' good. He's really good. He's amazing with Super Battle Road. Really good, relatively alright. Really good still, really good. Okay, fallen off quite a bit. Pretty good. This character is essential pretty much for the Gods of Destruction event because she gets guaranteed dodge. Kale's really good alongside her and they both stack. Physical Kale's really good. They're not the best, again not the best, but Godmo's pretty good. She's really good for Peppy Girl's Super Battle Road and she's okay. And as for the LR pool, I think the only character removed is Turles, so I definitely think he will be on here 100%. And then Super 17 probably as well. Probably not Tapion though. Then you've got the coin exchange, which this will be the actual anniversary coins. Where does this lead? Oh, fantastic. Yeah, so you can get 5 of each type of Kai. He's good for SA fodder, so is he. These are actually all fairly good for SA fodder. You can also get this guy, which he released in Worldwide. I believe they also released in Worldwide, them right there. You can also get the pink shirt Vegeta, Yamcha, all these. You can also get training items, which are pretty good. The Hercule's pretty good value. And then this Whis, you actually might want to pick him up because they're not terribly common. Yeah, and that's how it was in the 5th anniversary as well. Now I have the Select Dokkan Festival. I'm not quite sure what that is actually. I'm going to have a look. This is the Godstones, and it will be the 13 one that we get. So he's not good, not really good, not good. Okay, definitely not that good now that Physical Beerus is here. Very good still. Very good for SBR. Fallen off. These 3 are just kind of no-goes. Same with him as well. He's not that good now that Indigo G's got his EZA. These aren't exactly the best selection. They're okay. Estigar Beerus is also fairly good. I'm not sure about him. I'm not sure if he got an EZA. Actually, let me just... No, I probably shouldn't because I don't know what tab I'm on. This guy is good for SBR. This guy's okay. He's alright. He's actually surprisingly good defensively in my experience. This guy isn't the best. These 2 are okay. This guy's definitely a good pickup. And then you can also get the Elder Kai, which I think is probably going to be what most people are getting from this. I mean, the only characters that I can see are of major value are the Kale, the Caulifla, the Topo, and maybe the Evil Boo and the Goku if you don't already have them. But other than that, just go for the Elder Kai, I would say, from that. You also have the paid Dragonstone, which I know a couple of people will be spending money for. Oh, where was it actually? Is that it? Yes, this is it. I believe it's number 4. All of these are fairly good options now actually, because these are all the type leaders and they've all got an easy A's. I'd kind of rank them. This guy's your worst one to get. Then I'd probably say the Kid Buu. Gotenks is actually, and then all of those are pretty darn good. He's coming up on an easy A, so we don't quite know how good he's going to be, but I reckon he's going to be really good. And then really good. alright, really good, insanely good, really good, insanely good. So all of these are incredibly good options to get with those Dragonstones. The characters that I have, almost all of them in my box actually. The only ones I don't have are the Gotenks and the Janemba here, and also the AGR Rosé. So depending on how much it is, which I might actually have a quick look back at that now if I can. Okay, I don't think I can, but I might actually try and buy some so that I can get either the Gotenks or the Janemba. Then there is a new story event, and this will be giving out the free-to-play Tien and Roshi and free-to-play Krillin and 18, and those two are incredibly good. And also this UI Goku, he is gone from the original TOP event, but he awakens from this event and he turns into an incredibly good easy ATUR, and with the same name update it's become really like you really want to be running a 3 UI sign team, because the STR UI sign is really good, the int UI sign is really good, and the physical UI sign is really, really good. And then we've got this Roshi event, which you'll only be able to get him up to TUR in part 1, then he awakens to LR in part 2, I think that's how it is anyway, and then his EZA comes in part 3. Now if you get shafted on the actual banners and you're worried about not being able to use revival, don't worry, this Roshi actually does have his own revival skill. I believe it activates after taking 5 attacks, which he does actually have built-in dodge, so but as long as you don't like die really early on into event, this revival will actually help you plenty. And this event is for giving Repsa Universe 7 specific equips, and that's like Repsa Universe 7 is probably going to be one of the best teams in the game after the 6-year anniversary. And here's the God of Destruction event. This is most likely the hardest event in Dokkan at the minute, and because there's practically no way to cheese it, and they all have their own gimmicks. He has a chance to evade. She can change her type straight up. What does he do? I'm not quite sure what Moscow does. I think he's just super powerful. He also has a chance to evade. He has a chance to evade and to lower attack. Then I don't quite know what Champa does. Beerus also. Oh, Beerus has rage, I think. Yeah, Beerus has rage, which we've seen before. He has a chance to launch two supers in the same turn, and he also has a chance to evade. He lowers. He can stun. Rumshi can stun. Jin can also evade, and here's the one that nobody likes: Belmod. He can launch 2 super attacks. He can seal your super, and he can also stun your rotations. And JP, like, what they did is they made Belmod, thought, oh god, he's too powerful, and then put out LR Janemba right after. Tapion. LR Tapion. Because what LR Tapion's active skill does is he removes all negative effects on the rotation, so he can no longer lock your rotation or stun your super. But yeah, you're definitely going to want to be bringing your best monotype teams into this. She's not good for monotype because she keeps switching, and he's maybe not good for monotype. You might want to take an AGL unit with you, which, I mean, if you get Ultra Instinct Goku, you're sound. If you've got Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, you're pretty much sound. There are a lot of AGL units that you can definitely bring that won't just fall over like a stack of paper to the int phase of Beerus. And then we've also got a new stage of Boss Rush, which gives 35 stones, not much to be said there. Just make sure you kind of stocked up on items, stocked up on your best team, and you'll be golden. Super Battle Road and Super Battle Road are open daily. That's fairly good for me because I have a few stages left to complete. I have Peppy Girls and Super Class left to do for Extreme Super Battle Road. I have Super Saiyans, Giant Form, Ginyu Force, and there's probably one more left to do for regular Super Battle Road. And then all the Extreme Z battles are open, so if you haven't gotten any of those done, grind them up, get your Dragonstones, and you have a much better chance of getting the UI Goku and Blue Vegeta. There's also a new Dokkan Clash, Ultimate Clash, Battlefield, whatever you want to call it. And also these are always open. If you've got a lot of stamina, a lot of meat, you might want to take advantage of that. Then there's also the 35th Virtual Dokkan Battle, and I'll just quickly... Oh, okay, it kindly took us the actual page of it. This is completely Universe Survival Saga themed, everyone that Universe 7 fought. So level 1 is Universe 2, level 2 is Universe 6, and level 3 is Universe 11. And I believe Jiren has 2 kind of fights in it, and that's the same thing that old Broly had, because he went from the AGL Wrathful to the physical Super Saiyan. I'm not actually sure if this is going to be on the what's it called, the global version, because okay, that's interesting. Yeah, but I'm not sure if this event is actually... Oh, that's cool. I know this is going off on a tangent, but I never knew how they actually did the aura behind them like they did in the game. You can see there that it's rotating. But that's it. I'm not sure if this is going to be on global, because this was like a collaboration with a Japanese thing. But what I think they might do is put these into missions instead. They could definitely keep... I feel like they may replace B-Plan for another unit, because we just had a campaign to Extreme Z Awaken her on both versions. But yeah, that's pretty much everything coming in part 1. I was also going to check the missions as well. Obviously here you got the countdown, the Dragon Zones I showed, the social media campaigns. These will probably be kind of buffed on the global version actually, because they seem to like their campaigns a lot. So here are the missions. I believe this is specifically the STR version, but it could mean the AGL as well. And I mean, if you want to just go into a tough event, transform with Int UI and then complete that, I think that might actually count as well. I'm not actually sure what this means. There might be like multi... Oh, these are part 1 missions, so you do actually get these rainbow tickets in part 1. So that's something I forgot to mention. So you do get those in part 1. Those are free summons for... Actually, I'll just quickly scroll down to the end so you can see the amount. Okay, it doesn't show an amount. But these are free summons for the UI Goku and Blue Evolution Vegeta. If you pull them both from stone and you don't want to chase dupes, hold on to them, because they are also free summons for the top legendary summon banner. And these right here are tickets for the GLR banner. You can just see the different missions here. Oh, right, I see what's happening here. It's like 2 separate missions, but it's like grouped into one. So it's like the first one is obtain 1 skill orb, and the second one's obtain 5 skill orbs. Okay, that makes sense to me. If that makes sense to you all. Then this one just consumes stamina. Ooh, 666, number of the devil. Although I'm surprised they didn't do 666 and then 777, because it's obviously the 66th anniversary, but the whole theme is Reps of Universe 7. I'll leave that until a future video, because A, content, and B, this is mainly focusing on part 1. So yeah, that was all the content. You're going to be getting 441 Dragon Stones. This is subject to change, so roughly 441 Dragon Stones. That will definitely be enough for some people to actually pull the unit. Just give me a moment, because I'm very quickly calculating the chance of pulling one of them in 3 rotations, which you just do 995 over 1,000, because there's a 0.5% chance per unit. Then you put that to the power of the amount of total summons, which summon counts for 10 summons, and that is 120 in total, because each rotation is 4 T summons, because it's 4 multis, because of the free one. and then you have to kind of add on to that 120 the tickets that you're going to get. So that's 27 in total tickets. So in the end you get 995 over 1,000, and that's to the power of 147. And well, you take that away from one to get the chance of actually pulling the unit, because that was the chance of not pulling the unit. And through that amount of stones, through 3 rotations, you have over a 50% chance of pulling the new unit. So from part 1 alone, you have the 50-50 shot, and that's assuming that you haven't like saved up any stones for it, which I most certainly have, and I'm hoping that you will have too. So everyone should have at least like one of them, as long as you've been saving. Overall, they've been incredibly generous with the dragon stones, and I'd say the majority of people, because it's over 50% of people, should definitely have the unit from all of these stones, everything that's saved up, and those tickets in the missions, and as well as being generous with, you know, the anniversary unit of Ultra Instinct Goku. Also, this Goku it might be a good idea to actually not keep him around, and then if you haven't got, actually I will take a quick look. Yeah, there are ones in part 2. I just wanted to check that real quick. If you are really, really short on Kais and you actually pull Ultra Instinct Goku, you can kind of feed this into him, hang on to 1 copy, and then when Worldwide comes, because I believe there are coins for that as well, you might actually be able to pick him up from the coin shop. So yeah, just overall really good start to the anniversary, and that's pretty much all you need to know in preparation. Get your monotype teams ready, get your kind of stacking teams ready. Did we miss out Infinite Dragon Ball History? I feel like we did, because that is in part 1, isn't it? I'm just scrolling through this real quick. Yeah, I think I might have missed, or maybe it's not in part 1. Maybe I'm just being silly. Let me just check in part 2. No, part 2 is... Oh, yeah, it's in part 2, don't worry. The Infinite Dragon Ball History is in part 2, so I'll go over that in a future video. So thanks all for watching. This is pretty essential information to know when the anniversary starts, so that you can know how to kind of budget your stamina, your stones, everything of that sort. And I'm hoping you found this video informative, and I'll see you all in the next one.